Hello, everyone, and welcome to the newest edition of the Throw Like a Girl podcast. I'm your host, KaraAnne Galante. Today, we do not have Alyssa, my lovely co-host and co-founder with me, but right now, a lot of things have unraveled, let's say, in the NWHL. We have seen a lot of success in the league through their inaugural season, but now things have taken a turn for the worst, unfortunately. And this is something that I do not want to tell you guys. And this is something that I really needed to tell you guys and urge you guys to do because I need you guys to come out for the games and support this league. Recently, Dani Rylan, who is the commissioner of the NWHL, has reported that she will be cutting salaries 50%, a 50% salary cut in the middle of the season to the players of the league. Not the managers, not the coaches, but the talent that is on the ice. Meanwhile, these women are making $10,000 to $25,000 a season. So if you're cutting this 50%, these women are making $5,000 to $12,500 a season. And that is not a sustainable living. And a lot of these women are coming all the way from Europe and all the way from Canada to play for this league. And also, many of these women have a lot of part-time jobs and full 9-to-5 jobs on the side. And they come to practice each and every day to play the game that they love and to fulfill this passion that they so truly want to fulfill. And it's a childhood dream. And the NWHL is the first paid women's professional hockey league compared to the CWHL, which is the Canadian Women's Hockey League, who does not pay its players nothing. Absolutely nothing. And for Dani Rylan to come out without even negotiating with the players, the NWHLPA, about the salary cut, just to come out and just to make this statement that she's going to do this because the league is struggling so much financially and they're not meeting the projected numbers that they thought they would meet from last season. It is mind-boggling to me. I can't believe this is actually happening because with all the press releases that I'm receiving through my email from the league, you would think this league is so stable and that it's flourishing and it's growing, but in the meantime, it is not. Thank God Dunkin' Donuts, who is one of their sponsors, came in and donated $50,000 to help. So now they're only cutting the salary, wait till you hear this, by 38%. What a big difference, guys. They're still going to cut salary 38%. And it's still mind-boggling to me because these women work so hard to get to where they are today. And Dani is not taking salary away from the coaches nor the managers. Like I said before, they're taking it straight from the players. And the players were shocked by this because they weren't even told about this announcement beforehand. They weren't told anything. And the players, they fought back. And they were asking Rylan for who were the investors, what's going on with their insurance. They wanted to make sure that they were being protective as a result of these salary cuts. And Dani Rylan is right now in the doghouse with these players. I think respect has diminished a little bit, but everything that Dani Rylan has said and has done so far is legal under the law because there is no collective bargaining agreement in place for this league. So the players actually have no say in what's getting cut, how much is getting cut. They have no say in the finances of the league. All the power is in the hands of the owners of this league. And that is Miss Dani Rylan herself. And I'm not going to make her the villain in this whole situation, okay? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to even finish the second season. And this is what she had to do in order to finish this season. We're only a month and a half into the season, okay? And this is what she had to do. And sometimes it's bold of her to do it, but sometimes it's going to affect a lot of these women because a lot of them are not from the United States. A lot of them are from Europe who came all the way here to live this American dream. And now their American dream might have to be cut short because of the fact that salaries have to be cut. And it's miserable. And one thing I want to call out, the one league I need to call out is the National Hockey League, the NHL, who in the beginning of the inaugural season released a statement. Gary Bettman released a statement saying that they will support this league. They are all for an all-female hockey league, but they will not financially contribute to it, which I am very disappointed in the fact that they're not financially contributing to this league because the NBA does it for the WNBA. And that's why the WNBA just finished its 20th season, which is historic for them, due to the fact that the NBA has supported them verbally and financially. And the fact that the NHL has released this statement is very appalling, and I took offense to it because an NHL spokesman said that the league was supportive of women's hockey, but that it had always questioned the viability of two professional women's leagues and the sustainability of the current business model. So if you had all this to say about the NWHL and the CUNY, why don't you actually help and contribute a little bit with maybe some business advice, because you guys have lasted for close to 100 years. So there has to be some type of secret in order to sustain such a fan base, sustain such a business model, sustain these sponsors, sustain these players, and sustain such a reputation that fans come out and watch games week in and day out, and they travel and they support their team day in and day out. There's a reason why they do it, and the NWHL has cracked the NHL. Now the NWHL has not cracked that code just yet, and I feel like the NHL needs to step in and help both of these leagues, because the fact that there are two leagues that will not intertwine anytime soon and will not expand because there are tensions between both the leagues, because a lot of the women from the CWHL have left to join the NWHL, which totally makes sense, because I'm going to go to a league that pays me for my talent. I'm not going to go to the CWHL, who does not pay its players. They said that next season they will start paying their athletes, so maybe a lot of women from the NWHL might go back to the CWHL, which is totally understandable, because I want to get paid too for my talents. But what's frustrating is the NHL just gives their stamp of approval, and that's it. Me having an NHL stamp of approval doesn't make me want to go to games. Doesn't make me say, oh, now I'm going to check out an NWHL game. The marketing around the NWHL needs to change a little bit more. I want more things going on. Some people don't even know that this league exists, but it's frustrating is they don't have the funds to get the word out there. I know Dunkin' Donuts is a sponsor, but Dunkin' Donuts hasn't done much to sponsor this team. They have their Dunkin' Donuts logo on the jersey. That benefits you, Dunkin' Donuts. You gave them $400 gift cards. Each player gets one. That, again, benefits you and the players using it. But I feel like Dunkin' Donuts hasn't utilized the teams and the players as much as they should. And Gary Bettman has not utilized supporting the league as well as he should, and now just falling back on what he has said, and now saying, well, we didn't think the league would be sustainable or viable, so we just put our stamp of approval because it was a new thing. It was a new shiny toy that sounded very intriguing to begin with, but now it's in its second season and it's failing. So you know what? Let's put it to the side. Who cares? But the NBA has stood by the WNBA year in, year out when attendance has dwindled down in support of the team, because women need to show their talents out there. We want to show that we could do just as well as the men could do. And we just want to show that we play the game different and our mindset is different, and we could be entertaining as well on the court or on the ice or on the baseball field. We could do what you guys could do, and we have that talent. And it's just frustrating to see that another league might not even make it to a third season, and the fact that we don't have support from these big leagues who have grown from nothing and created such an audience and such a marketplace and such a net worth. It's just frustrating for me as a woman and me as a diehard hockey fan. And just Alyssa and I have supported the NWHL from the beginning, from its inaugural season, and we got to know some of the players, and we got to speak to some of the players, especially Hillary Knight, and how eloquent they are and how they practice and the heart that they leave on the ice and the effort day in and day out after they leave their 9-to-5 jobs just to come and practice and go into that weight room, and just how exhausted they are, but they put everything into their game, and it's just so amazing to watch. And these are Olympians, and these are women who have won gold and silver medals, and they have been so accomplished on the international stage, and to bring it to the Northeast and to bring it into the National Women's Hockey League, it's such a big accomplishment and something that we should all check out and watch. And also, at the end of every game, you can meet these players that you've seen and you've idolized on the ice. And what I've seen when I was at Aviator Sports Center watching the New York Riveters play, I've seen a lot of young girls there idolize these women on the ice, especially Casey Bellamy and Brianna Decker and Brittany Ott, and just women bringing these signs, and these little girls bringing a sign in that said future NWHL draft pick. And that's what you want to do. You want to give confidence to these girls, because a lot of these girls, as soon as they hit puberty, they don't play sports anymore. They're done because their confidence dwindles down. And I feel like women's sports needs to be a priority in professional sports, just to begin with, okay? This is an industry that's dominated by men. Alyssa and I are trying to get into this male-dominated industry, and we're working our butts off, too. And just having the support of so many people, and they just need it. The NWHL needs support, and it needs more fans. They had an average of 1,000 fans coming to each game last season. Now it's dwindled down to 600. What happened is the question. And with all these press releases that we've got over these past couple of years, with their deal with Nesson and their deal with Cheddar, which is an online streaming service, and they still haven't gotten that big digital broadcasting rights deal yet, which is so frustrating because when you see them in person, they deserve to be on TV. They deserve to be on your screen, and they deserve to be on a local channel. They just deserve to be on there. They've worked so hard, these women. And I just hope, that's why I'm doing this quick little monologue for you guys to get the word out there, because I know Throw Like a Girl has given such a platform for these women, for us talking about these women, especially in sports, and what they have accomplished so far in their career. And I just need, it's a PSA, guys. I need you guys to go out. I need you guys to watch the games. Please, it is, just check it out. Just give it one try. What is it, like 2 hours out of your day? Just put the phone down and watch these women play. The New York Riveters, they're playing at the Prudential Center, the practice facility, actually. So it's right next to the Prudential Center. But it's not a far drive. The arena is really nice. And at the end of the season, they're vying for the Isabel Cup, which is named after Lord Stanley's daughter, who also played hockey. And it symbolizes strength, and it symbolizes an accomplishment. And you just see at the end of the season, when Hillary Knight was hoisting up that Isabel Cup, you just saw everyone, just a sigh of relief and a sigh of enjoyment, because they've accomplished something. It was their inaugural season, and they made it through. And now the second season, I really hope we make it through, and we make it through the third season, because the Isabel Cup has about 10 years on it to be filled out. So I need you guys to come and support this team, and also buy the memorabilia and buy everything that's probably being sold through the NWHL site. Because if you buy, let's say, Amanda Kessel, who is Phil Kessel's sister, if you buy Amanda Kessel's jersey, a percent or a portion of that price goes to the player directly. So you're supporting the players as well. And Daly Ryan has done such a good job with this league. It's just frustrating to see that she has to play the villain in this and cut salaries as a result, because this question is looming now. Will they make it to a third season after such a successful inaugural season? So please, guys, come out there, and I really do appreciate you guys listening to me. This is the Throw Like a Girl podcast with myself, KaraAnne Galante. If you would like, we are on so many social media platforms these days. It is crazy. So we're on Instagram. Just search Throw Like a Girl Radio. If you want to see pictures of us and what Alyssa and I have covered, and we have a lot of stuff from the NWHL. So if you want to check out pictures, we're on Instagram, or follow. Easy. We're on YouTube. If you want to listen to our past episodes, our past broadcasts from Brooklyn College, which our last broadcast is very sentimental. So I hope you guys would love to listen. You just go on YouTube, you search Throw Like a Girl Radio. And then also, we are on iTunes. Just search Throw Like a Girl Radio. We are on Facebook. Just search Throw Like a Girl Podcast now, because we have transitioned into a podcast, which will be coming back really soon, guys. So stay tuned. And we're on Twitter. Just search Throw Like a _girl. Search on Twitter. We tweet a lot about things, a lot about women in sports. We tweet about what's going on with our New York Rangers and our New York Metsies. We tweet about a lot of things, and we just love your support. And thank you guys so much for listening throughout the years, and just listening to me right now, because this is my first time. I'm on my own. I'm giving you guys a message, and I hope you guys receive it, and I hope you guys check out the NWHL, because these 4 teams and these women and the talent that is being displayed on this ice is phenomenal, and I wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't true. So thank you guys so much for listening, and continue on following Throw Like a Girl, and continue following the National Women's Hockey League. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.